Well, welcome back to another game demo. My name is Brian Hafferkamp. I'm the designer and founder of the Clark and Addison Gaming Company. And in this video, we're going to be playing out some of this new basketball game that I've been playing. I've got the Celtics at the Hawks. This is a 2022 teams. And made some changes to the cards here. So before it was just sort of the image of the player with some stats and playing off of one single shot chart, I guess. What I've done is I've broken the shot chart down into each of its 4 different parts. So for drives, and I think in the future fast breaks, jumpers. So 2-point jump shots, 3-pointers, and free throws. And so each player has that on their individual card. They have been graded out in the spreadsheet that I'm using. And I went through and sort of took ranges or groups of players and then gave them specific charts, for free throws. So you can see some of these. If you look over here, these guys are really good free throw shooters. Same thing here with Derek White. But as you get over here, Al Horford, it's a 6. A 6 to 12 is a make, but for Tatum, it's a 4 to 12. Same thing for Derek White. So the players are graded out on each of these different things. So on a drive, 6 to 12 is going to be good for Horford, but for Tatum, it's a 5 to 12. Same thing for Marcus Smart. And so the players are graded out just a little bit differently. So I thought maybe it would be helpful to just get rid of that single chart and just put the charts right on the player card. So green is good, yellow is offensive rebound, and then you have shooting fouls or offensive fouls on the drive as well. I haven't come across an offensive foul yet, but I suspect that I will. Let's set our game up here. It's going to be the beginning of the third quarter. It is 61-54. Boston is on top. And we have our dice here. We have our plays here. What I've been doing is going through and basically running the same play for Boston every time because I'm really trying to focus on getting Jason Tatum the ball as much as possible. So I'm maximizing with this spot up play. So he's got he has 3 chances on here, and the shooting guard also has 3 chances. So Derek White is also scoring quite a bit, and the power forward has a couple chances here. He hasn't scored much, and you can see, hopefully you can see down here that a little more balanced scoring for the Hawks, because I've just kind of been picking and choosing different plays for them depending on how I want to sort of distribute the ball. Occasionally I'll get off the spot up, but I'm really just trying to focus on if I try to get the ball to certain players, does that work out? Okay, I'm not going to do a lot of explaining here. I think it's going to be pretty self-explanatory. It's simple to play. It takes some time, but it's not a difficult game to play. I haven't been running any substitutions, so it's only been the top 5 out there. The only person who's even in foul trouble is Tatum. The rest of the squad is not really in trouble. Okay, let's go. So we need 1 D10. We need 2 similar D6s, or you could play 2, white D6s or black D6s, whatever you want. And then I need a die to choose a play. So it's going to be Boston's ball, so we're going to go with the spot up play. And what we do is we roll. And we're going to look here first. So 6 is to the small forward, so that's exactly what we want with Jason Tatum. We have a 6. A 6 is going to be a 2-point jumper. And so when we roll, we're looking at the jumper column here. It's an 11, and 11 is good for Tatum as he rises up and knocks down his first bucket of the third quarter. 63-54 now. And each play takes a possession. And on a jump shot, not on a drive, but on a jump shot and a three-pointer, I always look here at the D10 die, and it's his own. So the small forward shot the ball, small forward with the assist, so that means there's no assist on the play. So let's go with the motion offense, back the other way for Atlanta. And we see that 2 is the power forward, so that's John Collins. And a 10 is going to be a drive to the basket. So Collins down the lane, and an 8 on his drive is going to be a layup. So Collins puts it in for 2. He's having a nice game. And on a drive, there's no assist. So we're going to go back to Boston. 5 is going to be Tatum again. And 6 is a jumper. 11 is going to be good again as Tatum 2 for 2 here in the second half. Makes the score 65-56. Let's go with the isolation for the Hawks. On the ISO, 8 is going to be to Trae Young. Young is having a nice game. He started the game with a couple of threes in the first quarter. He's added another one in the second. We got a 9 here. A 9 is going to be another 3-point try for Young. 7 is going to be a miss, and the rebound is going to go to the other point guard. So it's going to be Marcus Smart with the board as we come back the other way. And we'll continue to run our spot up play. 10 is the center, I believe. So it's Horford with the opportunity. And an 8 is going to be a 2-point jumper for Al Horford. 7 is going to be a miss. And off the miss, the rebound goes to Murray, DeJounte Murray. Murray with 4 boards in the game, and Atlanta comes back down the floor. Put them back in the motion offense. 6 is going to be to the shooting guard, so Murray with the ball. 7 is going to be a 2-pointer. So 18-footer by Murray, sorry, not Murphy, is missed, and the rebound is going to go to White, to Derek White, his 3rd board of the game. And both teams a little bit cold here coming out in the second half. So you get it down to Grant Williams. This will be a 3-pointer for Williams. His 3-point percentage is 39.5, so pretty salty 3-point shooter. But he's going to miss this one, as a 4 is a miss, and the rebound comes off to Collins, the power forward. Collins with 2, 4, 6, 7 boards in this one. Let's run the pick and roll offense with Atlanta. 7 is going to be John Collins with the ball. 6 is going to be a 3-pointer. His 3-point percentage is only 30%, so not as good a shooter. An 8, though, is going to be good, just into as good range as Collins. Collins has 3 threes in the game. And that draws us to 65-59 is our score. And I realize I didn't do the assist there. I always forget. So I'll try to remember. Try to get into a nice flow and not play too fast, but not play too slow. A 4 is going to be to Derek White. White with a 3-point attempt. And 8 is going to be good as White drains another 3. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers for Derek White in this one. Pushes the lead back up to 68-59. The assist there goes to the power forward Williams. He's got quite a few assists. So getting it down low, kicking it back out. And the Hawks need to get back in this one. Let's start running the 3-point offense with them. and see if they can get into it. So DeAndre Hunter, and a 9 is going to be a 2-point jumper. 8 is going to be good on the jumper as Hunter with his first 2 of the second half. Score now 62-68. 68-62 Celtics over the Hawks. And that's going to be Murray with the assist. Murray's got a lot of assists in this one. He averages 6 a game. He's already up to 2, 4, 6, 7. Come back with our spot up offense with Boston. 10 is going to go to Horford, and a 7 is going to be a 3-point attempt for Al Horford. He's a 45% shooter from 3, and a 7 means he drains it. So Horford steps back and puts that one in. And the assist goes to the shooting guard White. He's got 4 assists in the game. And we come back down the floor. Let's get them back in the 3-point offense. We gotta start banging home some 3-pointers for Atlanta if they're gonna stay in this one. So this is the center. That's not gonna do much. And a 4 is gonna be a drive to the basket. So Okongwu has the lane, and a 3 is gonna be a miss. So he's got 1 miss on the drive, and that's what he hits. The rebound goes to the point guard Marcus Smart. It's 3 boards for Smart. And Boston brings it back down the floor. They're up 71-61. So got a 10-point lead, and an 8 is going to go to the power forward Grant Williams. Williams with a 3-point try. An 11 is good as he drains that one. And he's got 3 3-pointers in this one, 3 for 3. And the lead is now 13 for Boston. The assist will go to the shooting guard White. Let's give him another one. And Atlanta comes down the floor. 4 is to the shooting guard, DeJounte Murray. And a 10 will be a drive to the basket. So Murray puts the ball on the floor and heads to the rim. A 7 is going to be a hammer job as Murray throws it down for 2, his first bucket of the second half. Makes our score 74-63, so 11-point lead for the Celtics. 5 on this is going to go to Tatum. So Tatum with the opportunity. He's got a 2-point jumper as he pulls up from 14 feet, and he is going to miss. But it's a shooting foul, so no miss on the play. 10 is going to be a foul on the center as Okongwu with his second foul. And a shooting foul means he's going to get 2 cracks at it. We're looking at his free throw. So anything from 4 and above is going to be good. So he makes the first and makes the second. So Tatum with 6 points early on in the second half makes it 76-63. Boston over Atlanta. We've already moved that. And so let's try to get maybe the pick and roll, get Trae Young into the game a little bit. That's going to be to Young here. A 7 is going to be a 2-point jumper for the Young point guard. A 10 is going to be good as Trae Young knocks it down, his first bucket of the second half. And a 3 is going to be to the center, so Okongwu with his second assist as he kicked it back out to Young for the shot. 9 is to the shooting guard Derek White. A 3 is going to be thrown out of bounds, so White with the turnover. That's his second turnover of the game. And we go back the other way with Atlanta. Let's put them in the 3-point offense again. A 10 is going to be to the small forward Hunter. 5 will be a 3-point shot. So let's see if he can knock it down. A 2 is not going to work, but it is going to be an offensive rebound. So he misses, but the rebound goes to the shooting guard, Murray. So another board for him, and we are right back into the same offense. Usually on a offensive rebound, I just keep them in the same offense, even though it might not be the same player taking the shot. So I get it back out to Trey Young. 5 is going to be a 3 for Young as he launches and misses. And the rebound is going to go to the power forward, Williams. That's his 4th board. And coming back down the floor is Boston. 4 is going to go to the shooting guard as I get it to Derek White. 8 will be a jumper. So 2-point attempt here for White. A 6 is going to be another miss. And this goes to the power forward, Collins. Collins, a rebounding machine in this one. And let's put them in the motion offense as they come down and call out the play. It's going to be to the power forward. A 10 is going to be a drive to the basket. So John Collins with an opportunity going to the rim. And a 3 on a drive is going to be a miss. And a 7 is to the power forward. So he misses. Williams is right there to clean up the rebound. And we are headed into a TV timeout. We're just kind of not doing those because there's no substitutions that I'm doing in this game, just kind of showing how things go. I really want to get a sense of how many fouls are going to be called and stuff like that. So it's still sort of a test game. In our offense, we've got ball going to Tatum. A 10 is going to be a drive to the basket, so Tatum gets another opportunity here, and that's going to be a miss, and it'll be to the small forward for the rebound. So that's going to be Hunter with the rebound. And let's just go ahead and run the same offense for Atlanta. 6 is going to be right here to Hunter, the power forward, and this one is blocked. The block comes from the shooting guard, so White comes from the backside, and he gets the block on DeAndre Hunter. And it's going to be Boston with the ball. We are about the halfway point of the 3rd period. 4 is going to go to the shooting guard, White. A 9 is going to be a 2-point jumper. There's White with the catch and shoot, and that's going to be good as he drains it. That will be sorry, not a catch and shoot. He created that all on his own. So no assist on the play. We get our first bucket in a while. 78-65 is the score. Boston over Atlanta. Six is going to be to the small forward, Hunter, and a 6 will be a jumper. Hunter with a chance to knock one down, but he's going to miss. That will be a miss with the rebound to the small forward, Tatum. Tatum's got 2, 4, 6 boards in the game. And coming back the other way is Boston. 3, so the ball gets to Derek White, the shooting guard, and he's going to get blocked again. This one comes from the small forward, Hunter. That's his 2nd block of the game. And White, no luck. Atlanta with the ball. This goes to Trey Young. Young with the drive to the basket. A 6 on the drive is going to be a shooting foul. So he gets fouled by the center, Horford. That's his 3rd foul. And shooting foul means 2 shots, so it's going to be looking at his free throw column. First one is up and good. Second shot is up and good. And so Trey Young with 4 points in the second half draws Atlanta a little bit closer. The score is 78-67. Boston over Atlanta. Five is going to be to Tatum, and a 7 is a three-point shot for the All-NBA Tatum. A 3 is going to be a miss with a rebound going to the small forward Hunter. And that, we'll put him back in the three-point play. 2 is to the power forward Collins. 10 is going to be a drive to the basket. And let's see if Collins can put it in. 12 is good. That's going to be a layup from Collins. He's got 3, 5, 7 points here in the second half. The score is now 78-69 as Atlanta comes within 11. We come within 11 of the Celtics, past the halfway point in the third quarter. We got a 3. This goes to the shooting guard, Derek White. A 5 is going to be a three-point attempt. Let's see if White can make good, and he cannot, so he's going to miss there, and that's going to be to the power forward. That will be another rebound for Collins. And coming back the other way is the Hawks. Let's get them down in the low post game. Try to get Okongwu back into the game. So a 2 goes to the small forward, Hunter. 6 is going to be a drive to the basket. And a 7 is good as a DeAndre Hunter with the flush. 4 points now for him in the second half. And Atlanta slowly creeping back into this one. It is 78-71. So they've drawn within 7 now. Let's roll that again because I used the wrong dice. So 10 is the center, and you can see that's going to be a steal. So the center with it's Horford. Horford with the turnover, and the steal goes to the shooting guard, so Murray. He's got his first steal of the game. Murray bringing the ball back down the floor. He's going to get it over to Hunter. 4 is going to be a non-shooting foul. So who's that on? That is on the power forward, Williams. So ball out of bounds. And let's do the three-point play. An 8 is to the point guard, Trae Young. And 7 will be a jump shot. 9 is good as Trae Young knocks down another. He's got 6 points here in the second half. And Atlanta continues to cut into the lead. 4 is going to be the assist to Murray. He's got a ton of assists. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 assists already for DeJounte Murray. I think I moved that. Boston looking for some offense. It's going to get down to Horford. Horford has his shot blocked, and that block comes from the center Okongwu. That'll be his first block of the game, and things are not going well for the Celtics in this one, in the second half. 3 goes to the shooting guard Murray. A 9 is going to be a jumper, and Murray with the miss. That's actually going to be a shooting foul. So it's a shooting foul, and that's on the center, Horford. That's his 4th. We're going to get 2 shots coming to DeJounte Murray. First one is good. Second one is up and in, and Murray with 2 there draws Atlanta to 78-75. They were down double digits at one point in this quarter. And we have 1, 2, about 3 minutes left in the quarter. And we've got a 9-1 will be to the shooting guard, Derek White. Let's see if White can stop the bleeding as he puts the ball on the floor and takes it to the rim. An 8 is going to be a layup, and White does stop things for now as Boston gets off the schneid. The score is 80-75, 5-point lead for Boston. Low post offense, it's going to be Murray with the ball, and he's got a 3-point shot. An 11 is up and in as he drains the 3-pointer. And Atlanta, no quit in them as they are pushing this lead in the third quarter. A 3 is going to be an assist to the power forward Collins. That's his first assist. As he had it down low, he kicked it back out. Boston still looking for offense. 1 is to the point guard, Marcus Smart. 4 is going to be a drive to the basket for Smart. And a 5 is a slamma-jamma. So bucket for Marcus Smart. 82-78 is our score. And we have about 2 minutes left in the third. 1, that's going to be a point guard with the jumper. So Trae Young with an opportunity here. He misses on the jumper. The rebound goes to Horford, his third board. And we are going back the other way with Boston. For Boston, it will be Williams with the ball at the key moment, and he throws it out of bounds. So Williams with the big turnover. That's his second turnover of the game. And coming back the other way is going to be Atlanta. We have about a little under 2 minutes left in the quarter. Each 4 is about a minute. One of these, I think 5 is the minute, or 2 of them, 5 is the minute, but it's around and about every 4 squares is about a minute of play. It's like 52 seconds or something. So this is going to be, let's put them in the pick and roll. 3 is going to go to the center. So off of the pick, it will be the center with a 3-point play as he stops and pops. 31% shooter is Okongwu. He jumps up, he shoots, he misses. The rebound goes to the point guard, Marcus Smart. That's going to be his third board of the game. And Atlanta with an opportunity, or Boston with an opportunity here to stretch the lead. 10 is going to get to Horford, the center. A 5 will be a 3-point shot. Again, Horford 45% from 3, and he's going to drain another one. So back-to-back 3s on shots for Horford. And that'll be 85-78 as the Celtics are answering on this one. So 3, that'll be a shooting guard. So Murray, he throws it out of bounds, and that's going to be a turnover. Big turnover for Murray as Atlanta needs a bucket to hold off the suddenly surging Boston Celtics. This goes to Derek White, and 8 is going to be a 2-point jumper for White. 7 on the jumper is going to be good as White bangs it home. And the score, the lead stretches back out. 87-78 is our score. No assist on the play. All right, let's go through the isolation play. 9 is going to be to the shooting guard Murray as they clear out for him. And he's going to take a couple of dribbles in hard. He pulls up for the jumper. And a 6 is going to be a miss. So good defense there. And the rebound goes to Jason Tatum. And back the other way is Boston on offense. This will be to Grant Williams. Williams throws it out of bounds. It's his third turnover of the game. Not a great pass. And Atlanta now with the ball. This will be their last play of the third quarter, so we're going to get into the isolation game. Let's see if they can get a bucket here to end the quarter. So to the small forward Hunter, 7 is working himself into a jump shot, and 9 is going to be good as he drains it. Hunter was 6 in the third quarter. Draws our score to 87-80. And we have one more play in the quarter. And that's going to go to Boston. 7 is going to be to the power forward Williams. 8 will be a little 8-footer. And he is going to miss it at the buzzer. Let's give the rebound to the shooting guard Murray. And that's going to be it. As we head to the fourth, let me go ahead and total these things up, and I'll come back, we'll play the fourth. So 87-80 is our score. The Celtics on the road at Atlanta, and they have a 7-point lead as we start the fourth quarter. You can see here that I go through and I just kind of mark with a slash where the end of each quarter is, so I can see how guys are scoring for each quarter. And I'm also keeping the running score, just sort of the total and the running score down here. It's going to be Atlanta with the ball to start the fourth, and they throw it in. Let's get them into the three-point offense. All right, you're not playing a tabletop game unless you're losing dice under the table. So here we go again. 3-point offense for Atlanta. 4 goes to the shooting guard Murray, and that's going to be a 3-point attempt from Murray. Murray's got 11 in the game, and he's going to add to that as he drains the 3 to start the fourth quarter. And just like that, Atlanta cuts the lead to 87-83. We're going to get an assist from the small forward Hunter. He's got 5 assists in the game. Hunter typically with 6 assists, 1 assist a game, so he's actually doing quite good for himself. It's going to be Boston ball. 4 goes to the shooting guard White. 6 will be a 2-point jumper, and White is going to drain that jumper as he has been hot the entire game, and that's going to push the lead back up to 7 points. Let's run the pick and roll. Guess we should give Tatum the assist there. Pick and roll offense for Atlanta as they come down the floor. 2 goes to Murray, and that's going to be a drive to the basket. So Murray pushes hard. He goes in for the layup, and that's going to be another bucket for DeJounte Murray. And he's got 5 quick ones here in the second half. In the fourth quarter. So go to Derek White again. White with the 3-point attempt. He hasn't been super good on threes. He misses another one here. That is going to go to the center, Okongwu. That'll be just his first rebound of the game. Hard to believe. But let's try to get him into the game with the low post game. 1 is going to be to the shooting guard. So it's going to be Murray again. And Murray with another drive to the basket. A 4 is going to be a shooting foul. So he gets hammered by the point guard, Marcus Smart. That's Smart's 3rd foul. And he's going to go to the line for 2. First one is good. Second one is good. And DeJounte Murray having a really nice start to his fourth quarter. 87-89, so Atlanta has pulled within 1 bucket of the Celtics. 2 is going to go to the small forward Tatum. A 4 is going to be a drive to the basket. So Tatum puts it on the floor, and he takes it in for the layup. Jayson Tatum with another bucket here in the fourth quarter. 91 87, 91-87, so 4-point lead. Ten is going to be to the small forward Hunter. Hunter gets fouled by Jayson Tatum. That's 5 for Jayson Tatum. And I'm debating whether I should be take him out. I don't think I'm going to take him out of this game if he fouls out, but he's right at the limit. We got a 5 is going to go to the shooting guard Murray. 8, he pulls up for a 3-pointer, and he drains it, knocks it down for 3, and that is Murray. Murray's got 6, 8, 10 points early in the fourth quarter, and that actually brings the Hawks within 1. So slow and steady is the pace, say the Hawks. And that's going to be Murray creating his own shot. 6 goes to Jayson Tatum. Tatum trying to stop the bleeding as he puts the ball on the floor and heads toward the rim as he hammers it down for a dunk. And that's going to be 93-90 as they push the lead back out to 3. Jayson Tatum with the answer. Hawks come down, put up a 6, and they go into the motion offense. 9 will be to Hunter, and Hunter, you can see here, 2 is a steal. So Hunter with the turnover, and that's his second turnover of the game. And let's see who made the steal for Boston. It will be Tatum. Tatum's second steal of the game. Doing everything in this one is Jayson Tatum. So we're going to go here. Atlanta brings the ball down the floor. Tatum's going to take it himself. He's got a 3-point shot. And it's going to be a pass from Derek White as Tatum spots up and drains a 3. He's got 7 points here in the fourth. Big player's going to play. And let's give that assist to White. White with 2, 4, 6 assists in the game. Typically he's about 4 a game, so a little better on that. I don't know if I should create an assist chart and a rebound chart, maybe, because I feel like some of these things are going a little bit off. Well, we'll just have to see, because their point guards are not getting the number of assists that they need to get. All right, let's put them in the 3-point offense. That's going to be a 4. 4 goes to the shooting guard Murray. 10 is going to be a drive to the basket as Murray takes off. A 4 is going to be a shooting foul. So he gets fouled by Jayson Tatum. That is Tatum's 5th. I'm sorry, his 6th. So he would typically be out of the game. I'm not going to put him out of the game here. It's just a test game. And the first one is good for Murray. Second one is good for Murray as he puts in both free throws. I just want to keep track of things and make sure no position is being unfairly disadvantaged with the number of, fouls or shots or whatever. All right, the 2 goes to the small forward, Jayson Tatum. 8 is going to be a 2-point jumper for the all-everything Tatum, and a 6 is a miss. That goes to the shooting guard Murray for another rebound. And back the other way comes Atlanta. Let's run Atlanta in the spot-up offense too. Excuse me. 6 will go to the small forward Hunter. 12 is going to be a block shot, so he is blocked by the small forward Tatum. Tatum with his first block of the game. Two is to the small forward Tatum, so he's going to keep it and he's going to drive to the basket. 7 will be a slam dunk as Tatum takes it down the lane and hammers it home. That pushes the lead to 98-92, so 6-point lead now for Boston. And let's see if they can get something going with a 3-point shot. 7 is a small forward for Atlanta. 10 is a drive to the basket. And a 6 will be a dunk for DeAndre Hunter, his first bucket of the fourth quarter. It's now 98-94, so 4-point lead for Boston as we make our way toward the midway point of the quarter. 10 is going to be to Horford. Horford with the drive to the basket. Goes a little up and under, and he goes toward the basket. A 4 is going to be a shooting foul. He is fouled by the small forward. Hunter, that's Hunter's first foul. Horford goes to the line for 2. He needs at least a 6. And he gets 1 there. And the second one, he puts it in. So both off the front of the rim and just went right in. Horford with 2. And our score is 100-94. 6-point lead for Boston over Atlanta. Let's run the pick and roll. See if we can get Trae Young into the game again. This time it's going to go to John Collins. And for Collins, that's going to be a 2-point jumper. Collins has had a nice game. 12 is going to be good on the jumper. So Collins, his first bucket of the fourth quarter. 4-point lead for Boston. And it will be the small forward Tatum. Tatum with an open 3. He lets it fly, and he's going to miss on the 3. The rebound goes to the to Murray, the shooting guard. So Murray with the long rebound, and off to the races goes Atlanta. Let's put them in the motion offense. 10 is going to be to the center. That's Okongwu. Okongwu with the drive to the basket. It's been pretty quiet in this one, and he is going to get an offensive foul. So a 2. It's going to be an offensive foul as Okongwu runs over Horford, and that's going to be a foul here, and we'll turn it back around. So only 28 possessions left in this one, which is what is that? It's 7 minutes left. So coming back down the floor is Boston with the ball. 9 goes to the shooting guard, Derek White. And 11 is going to be a non-shooting foul. That is on Okongwu. That's his 4th. Normally you would play, team fouls 2. I have a little space there for team fouls for each quarter. 4, that's going to stay with Derek White. 8 is going to be a 2-point jump shot attempt, and a 5 is going to be a miss. The rebound goes to the small forward, Hunter. Hunter's got 2, 4, 6 boards on the day. And coming back the other way is Atlanta. 2 is going to go to the small forward, so Hunter sticks with it. And that's going to be a 3-point attempt for DeAndre Hunter as he tries to get his team back in the game. A 7 is going to be a miss off the front iron, and that's going to be rebounded by White. That's his 4th board of the game. And back comes Boston with the ball. You got a 3. A 3 stays with Derek White, and he's going to throw the ball out of bounds, and that's a turnover. So coming back the other way is Atlanta. Let's put them in the motion offense as they call out 6-6 coming down the floor. And that will be to DeAndre Hunter. Drive to the basket this time, and he's going to lay it up and in. Good basket for Hunter. Our score is 100-98. 3-point lead for Boston. And this one's going to go into Horford. Horford with a 9 is going to be a 2-point jumper. So a little short jumper off the glass, and he puts it up and in. Just barely though. 9 is good. And that's going to be an assist from the point guard, Smart. Just Smart's first assist of the game. That's what I'm talking about. You know, he's averaging 6 a game. So we got to kind of even things out a little bit more, I think. All right. So Atlanta needs to get back into this and stay close. It's 102-98. 4-point lead for the Celtics. And an 8 will go to Trae Young. It's going to be a 2-point jumper for Young. A 4 is going to be a miss, but it's yellow, so that's going to be an offensive rebound. And that goes to the, well, he gets it himself. So let's give him the rebound. So he gets it himself, and let's see what he does with the ball. 8, he's going to take it right back up as he steps back for a 3. And a 6 on the 3 is going to be another miss, so he just keeps shooting and missing. That rebound goes to Horford. That's his 4th of the game. The Celtics with the ball coming back down the floor. So 2. And it'll be Jason Tatum with the ball, and he's got a little 18-footer, and that is going to be up and no good. Hand in his face, and the rebound goes to the power forward. That's going to be Collins with it, yet another board. As we got 19, so we got about 6 minutes left in the game. Let me get him back in the 3-point offense. Collins with the rebound. 10 is to the small forward Hunter. 6 is going to be a 2-point jump shot from DeAndre Hunter. And a 6 is no good, but that rebound is going to go to Derek White. That's his 5th board of the game. As Boston comes back down the floor. 3. It's going to stay with Derek White, and 11 is going to be a foul on the defense. That will be the shooting guard Murray. That's his 3rd. And Boston would probably be in the 1-1 at this point. Not doing that though. But if that were the case and you were taking a free throw, you would shoot 1 free throw. If it was a miss, then you would play out like a miss. If it was a make, then you would play the second one out. So you just kind of roll them one at a time. This time it will be staying with Derek White. A 4 is going to be a drive to the basket as White takes it in, and that's going to be an offensive foul as he pushes off. And 3rd foul for Derek White. That's going to give possession over to Atlanta. Let's put them in the motion offense. 7 goes to the power forward Collins. They've had good luck with him. 4 is going to be a foul though, off the ball. And a 6 is to the shooting guard. So White picks up 2 fouls in a row there on 2 possessions. And he's got 4 fouls in the game. Stick with the same offensive play. This goes to the small forward Hunter. And we got another foul on Boston. This time it is on the power forward Williams. That's his 3rd. As he's reaching in on the drive. Let's change up the offense a little. On the out of bounds play, it's going to get to DeJounte Murray. The jumper for Murray is going to be good. So 7 is good for Murray. And he's having quite a 4th quarter as he is showing up big. It's 102-100, Boston over Atlanta. And we're staying in the offense here. That was a no assist on the play. Again, if it's the guy who shot it with the assist, obviously he can't give himself an assist. Dice is wild. Let's do that again. So this time it'll be to the power forward, Grant Williams. 12 is going to be a block shot, and that block comes from the shooting guard. The second block of the game for DeJounte Murray, and we put him into the motion offense. As Atlanta is down by 2. What do we have left? We have 3 minutes left in the game. Motion offense, this will be the small forward, DeAndre Hunter, with the drive to the basket. And Hunter is fouled. He's fouled by the shooting guard, White. That's White's 5th. So Tatum would have already been out of the game. And White with 5 fouls now. Brings up DeAndre Hunter. That first one is good, and the second one is good. So 2 points for Hunter. He's got 6 in the quarter. And that's going to tie the ball game at 102. So a good one here, a good tight one here, as Boston has the ball. And what are the teams going to do in this final 3 minutes of the game? 7 is going to be a 3-point attempt from Jason Tatum, as he rises up, and cool Jason Tatum with a 3, bang. And that's going to be assisted by the power forward Williams, who's got a ton of assists in this one, as they've been working it inside out on the Atlanta Hawks. Hawks go back into the motion offense. Under 3 minutes left in the game. This will be to the point guard Trae Young, and that's going to be a non-shooting foul on the shooting guard White, and White would have been out of the game had we been keeping track of that. As it is, we go to the power forward Collins. Collins has a 3-point shot. Not a great 3-point shooter, but you know, he's going to let it fly, and he drains it. So 29% 3-point shooter for Collins, but Collins has got 4 threes on the day. And that ties us back up at 105. Wow. The assist coming from Trae Young. So we're good here. Boston with the ball. We have a little more than 2 minutes left in the game. And the 2 is going to go to the small forward, Jason Tatum. Tatum came up big before, but this time he's going to have it stolen. So that's a turnover, big turnover. And the steal goes to the small forward, Hunter. That's his second steal of the game. And I'm not sure if I moved that, but I'm going to say that I did. So we're putting them in the motion offense again. 5 is going to be to the point guard Trae Young, and Young with a 3-point opportunity here. Big shot. A 10 is going to be up and in, nothing but the bottom of the net for Trae Young, who waits till an opportune time to drop in his first points of the fourth quarter. And it is 108-105 as Atlanta takes the lead on that big 3 from Trae Young. Woo. I'm aware that sometimes I miss on these assists because I'm just into the game. That's okay. You know, there's lots of assists being doled out. 8 for the Celtics goes to Grant Williams. Not a lot of touches in this one for Williams, but he's going to take a 3. See if he can tie this one back up. A 5 is going to be a miss. That's a miss, and the rebound goes to the small forward, Hunter. Another rebound for him. And Atlanta with an opportunity to pull away here as they get into the 3-point offense. It's going to go to the center, Okongwu. Okongwu with 3. He can shoot it, but this time he misses on the 3. And that rebound will go to the shooting guard. So that's going to be 2 for rebound number 6 for Derek White. Questionable 3-point shot there from the Atlanta center. They have a 3-point lead. It's 108-105. This ball is going to go to Jayson Tatum. Tatum has a 2-point jumper. And Tatum has been oh so good in this one as he knocks another shot down here in the fourth. Cuts the lead to 108-107 is our score. Got a 9. This will go to the small forward Hunter. Hunter's been good for the Hawks. He's got a 3-point shot. A 7 on the 3 just off the front rim. And that rebound is going to go to White as Boston heads back down the floor. 1 minute left in this one. White with the ball, and he will get it to the power forward Williams. Williams with a short jumper. Opportunity to put Boston ahead here. 5 is going to be a miss, and that rebound goes to the center, Okongwu. Okongwu with his second board. And Atlanta, Boston, Atlanta is how our possessions are lining up here. So we got a 1 as they get the ball to Trae Young. And that will be a 2-point jumper for Young. A 9 is gonna, or a 10 is gonna be good as Trae Young with the dagger. Puts Atlanta up 110-107. All right, 110-107. Boston has 1 possession left, so they need to get a 3-pointer. Now let me explain how these things work here. So on a 2-12, the bulk of your chances are right here, 6, 7, and 8. You can't see it very well, but I do have a little gray there. You just can't see it particularly well. But that's to let you know these are the main 3 plays that you're going to get off of this. These are the main 3 players that are part of this offense. So that's my thinking about highlighting them with colors, is to let you know, and I need to make it more pronounced here with the gray, but maybe one more shade so that you can see it. But I want you to see when you're trying to pick a play, you want a particular thing to happen, right? So here you're going to get 2 drives and a jumper. That's going to be, it won't happen every time, but those are your greatest chances. That's like a 40% chance of one of those plays happening. Here, it's a couple drives and a jumper on the ISO. Here you're going to get a drive, a jumper, a 3-pointer. It's a little bit more even. But on the 3-point play, obviously, you're going to get a 2-point jump shot or 3-pointer. On the pick and roll, you're going to get a jumper or a 3-pointer. That's kind of why you're freeing up that point guard to be able to shoot the 3. And then here on the spot up, you're going to get some sort of jump shot, so a jumper or a 3-pointer. So when you're drawing up plays, you're thinking about who to get the ball to, because these are basically the same. You get a jumper. Well, these are 2 jump shots and a 3-pointer. You get 2 threes and a jumper. Our best player is Jayson Tatum. He's averaging 30 a game. So we're going to give it to our best player. But what we need now is a 3-point play. Tatum is a 7 is good. An 8 is good on 3s. A 7 is good on 3s for Derek White. And he is, well, I guess Grant Williams is a 7. And Horford really is our best 3-point shooter on the floor at 6. So that means he has quite a bit better chance at making a 3. So we would be wise to maybe go to the pick and roll here and see if we can't get Horford. He's got 1, 2, 3 chances out of 10. So a 30% chance the ball is going to Al Horford here. It's a 30% chance it's going to go to the point guard. And then the power forward has a 20% chance. And then the shooting guard and the small forward only have a 10% chance. So that's sort of how it breaks down. So when you see these guys here, these are going to be the ones with your greatest chances spread out throughout the 10. So you want the center and the power forward getting the ball. You want to go with the low post, or you want to go with the pick and roll. If you want your shooting guard, point guard, small forward to be able to get the ball in space and take the ball to the basket or shoot a 2-point jumper, that's where your ISO comes in. It's the isolation play. Sort of, they used to clear it out for Jordan or something like that. He would run it from the wing. And then on the 3-point play, you got your 3-point shooters, your shooting guard and small forward, who are going to be taking the bulk of the shots. There's only one chance for the center. There's only one chance for the power forward. A couple chances for the small forward, but shooting guard and small forward are going to be your main targets here. So if you have Larry Bird on your team and you want to pump up the scoring, you're going to want to shoot this with the small forward. And then for the spot up, these are going to be your shooters, so shooting guard and small forward. Very similar to here, except the small forward has more opportunities there than the 3-point. And then for the motion, that's going to be a pretty even, in fact it is an even distribution throughout the lineup. So point guard has 2, power forward has 2, shooting guard has 2, small forward has 2, and the center has 2. So everybody has an equal chance in the motion play, because everybody's just sort of moving around setting picks for each other. So if you want more of a balanced offense, which we've been running quite a bit, and you can see it's pretty balanced here, the scoring. But we've been running this spot up offense off the shooting guard and small forward, and you can see that they have the bulk of their points, right? So that's how that's going to work. That's how it's intended to work, and I'm glad it's showing that because that was my intention. By just running the same play over and over, you're going to put the ball into hopefully your best player's hands as much as possible. And when it comes down to this, we got one possession left for Boston. They're down 3. They need a 3-point shot. They need their best 3-point shooter to be able to have a chance. And their best 3-point shooter is actually the center. And so we're going to run the pick and roll, a deviation from what we've been doing, because Boston needs this to tie. And we'll see if they get what they need. A 7 is going to go to the power forward. That's not exactly what they need, but he's actually a better shooter than Jason Tatum, so not so bad. We get an 8. We get the 3 that we need. And so this is going to be Grant Williams with a chance to tie. What's going to happen? A 6. Oh, just off the back rim. Ah, that's killer. All right, so the rebound goes to the point guard, which is Trae Young, his second board of the game, and Boston misses that one. And we're going to call that the game as they dribble it out. And that's going to be our final 110-107. Let's just make sure. I'll go through and double check all the points and just make sure that that's what it is. All right, and back with the totals here. It's 110-107. The Hawks beat the Celtics at home. Coming back with a blistering fourth quarter as they scored 30. No. Yeah, they scored 30. And 20. So they outscored the Celtics 30-20 in the final quarter. Game high 38 for Derek White, 6 assists, 7 boards, and threw in a block. 32 points for Jason Tatum. Now, keeping in mind I did no substitutions, some of these points would have been spread out. So Tatum plays 36 minutes a game, Derek White only 28, so there would have been some of these points spread out, especially with Derek White. There would have been other players come in. Jaylen Brown would have had some buckets, and different people would have come in to play different types of minutes, which I did on a different game. So in this game here, where Atlanta won that game as well, 118-106, and you can see there's some bench scoring here, quite a bit more bench scoring here. White, though, still with 33 points, even though we got minutes for Jaylen Brown and Brogdon, but I didn't bring anybody in for the shooting guard, which for the Celtics, they didn't have a lot in there, so they probably would have brought in either Brogdon or Hauser. Hauser gets 16 minutes a game. Jaylen Brown at 35 minutes a game. So these two guys here are probably, you know, they're going to soak up some of those minutes. 35 minutes a game for Brown, 26 minutes a game for Brogdon. So those two guys are going to soak up some of that time. If you're playing, you know, with substitutions and things like that. So just to let you know. Which White was, you know, he wound up fouling out of the game. Tatum fouled out of the game. A lot of these guys had fouls. So that's going to mean, you know, you're going to be doing some substitutions. So I just kind of tested this and played it straight up. I didn't play it like I normally would play a regular game. And you can see here that the bulk of the scoring goes to these two players because we were running this spot up offense the entire game except for the last play. So the shooting guard and the small forward. So it's good. All of our intentions are true and right. And then you see here a lot more balanced scoring from Atlanta. They're mostly running the motion, the ISO, the 3-point, and so you can see that's point guard, shooting guard, small forward, which is mostly what we got. And we ran a little bit of pick and roll, but not much. But you can see we didn't do too much through the pick and roll in the low post, which would have given Okongwu more opportunities to go to the basket. So the style of play that you choose for your team really does affect the scoring. That was the intention. And based off of the percentages, you're going to roll 4, 5, and 6, even though they're even chances on a 1 to 10. Your average roll is going to be a 5.5 per the numbers, per the math of the thing. And so you're going to be hitting around here in the middle, even though they're even chances. The reality is on a roll, you're more likely to roll somewhere in the middle. And for these, it actually is. That 6, 7, and 8 has a much greater percentage. So 7 is about it's what, 16.6% chance, and then a 6 and an 8 are 13.8%. So those are the two highest, the three highest percentages of rolls for a 2 to 12 roll. Maybe I can do a video at some point talking about the mathematics of rolling and then using those mathematics to make sure that the game moves in a direction that you want, but still having the variance of all the different ones. Because obviously you're getting some, you know, you're getting quite a bit of play here for Collins, the point guard. I mean, the power forward. But I didn't run anything real specific for power forwards. I was mostly running sort of backcourt focus plays, I guess, not really front court focused. So for the Hawks, it's 30 points, 1 assist, 2 boards for Trae Young, who hit 1, 2, 3, 4 3-pointers, and 25 points for DeJounte Murray, who had 3 threes, but got to the basket quite a bit. He had 8 assists and 8 boards to go with 2 blocks and a steal. And for Hunter, it's 21 points, 5 boards, or 7 boards, 5 assists. And for Collins, 28 points, 1 assist, and 10 rebounds. So he had a double-double in this one. And Okongwu got, you know, took advantage of the opportunities when he had them, just didn't have a lot of opportunities there. And so the Hawks win this one. Win this one 110-107. You can see 3, 6, 8, 10, 11 turnovers for Boston, 2, 4, 6, 8, 9 turnovers for Atlanta. So is that enough? Maybe. Hopefully. Hopefully that's enough. And I need to just kind of go through here and see some different things. 2, 4, 5 blocks here, 2 blocks here. Blocks were a problem. More of a problem here. There were a lot of blocks in the last game, and so I'm always trying to sort of adjust things to be real. None of these guys, let's see, Horford had 1 block per game. Okongwu with 1.3. So their big guys did have 1 block per game, almost 1 per game for White and Tatum. So blocks are they're gonna come in. You know, even just tipping the ball is a block, right? It doesn't have to be some monster swat. So blocks come into the game, and it looks like they're coming in at a good pace. Steals, 4 steals for the Hawks and 3 steals for the Celtics. You know, Tatum with 1 steal per game, Smart with 1.5. So maybe we could bump up the steals a little bit on some of these. Most of the time a steal is going to be the number 2 role. So maybe we need to bring that up a little bit. Excuse me. And the way we would bring that up is to simply move it from a 2 to a 3. And that takes it from a 2.5% chance to a 5% chance. So that's how you would increase or decrease the opportunities. If you wanted more 3-pointers here, you just put another 3 here, or you put another 3 right here, and that would bump up your 3-point opportunities. The chance for a 3-point play or a 3-point shot on these 2 to 12 rolls. All right. Well, this is the game, and hopefully it's been educational and enjoyable. I'm not sure, but in basketball and football, there's sort of some repetitiveness, I think, which not exactly sure how to break that down so that it's not so repetitive. But I like the back and forth of basketball. This particular game, for a game that's kind of detailed, feels basketball-y. It came down to the last shot. We got a chance to choose our play. We got a chance to try to choose our player. In fact, we got the player that we wanted. At one of these 2 guys, is who we really wanted to shoot the 3-pointer, because they each had from a 7 to 12 chance. Horford with a 6 to 12. So we had the guys that we wanted to be able to shoot the 3, but 3-pointer just went off and didn't go in. If he had made that, then Atlanta still had 1 more possession to be able to tie it up or win, or actually to go ahead and to win the game before going to overtime. So good stuff here. Atlanta comes back. They win at home 110-107 behind a strong game from Trae Young and John Collins. If you have any questions or comments about this game, leave them in the comment section below. It is very much at the beginning stages. From one video to the next, the cards completely changed. So that lets you know. And I actually did grade out the entire NBA. You're only seeing 2 teams here, but I actually graded out in the stats and stuff, the entire NBA from 2022. So I have all that data at this point. And then, you know, making the cards is actually quite easy, because I'm just using categories or groups similar to what I do with on-base baseball. And so, you know, making the cards, once I have the layout and everything like that, is not so difficult. The cards are manageable. You can see them up against a sheet of paper here. So the cards are not supersized cards or anything. You're gonna have a little bit of a, well, I guess you should see it. You should see it next to a piece of paper. So the cards are actually, they come like this, right? So they're exactly the size of a piece of paper. So you can see them. So landscape orientation, and the cards come all together, you know, like this. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 cuts on the page, which makes it super easy to separate the cards. Or you can do 1 cut and then lay them on top of each other and just cut them all. So try to think through those things as well. If you haven't clicked subscribe, click the subscribe button and you'll get more content So put out as much content as I can on this YouTube channel for the Clark and Addison Gaming Company. I'll continue working on this game. I just released the 2 seasons for On Base Baseball, so 1975 and 2022 fully carded sets. 2022 set includes more than 1,700 players. You'll get literally everybody who got into pitch or got into a game, even to pinch run. So everybody who got an at bat, everybody who got into a game period, is carded and has all the values for on base. I'm printing the cards, so all of the outcomes are on the cards. And so if you do the cards, it's a completely chartless game. The rules for base running and for fielding and, you know, errors and stuff like that is pretty simple. It's not very difficult. You can always bring in more complicated or complex things to do fielding or base running, or, you know, throwing out runners or whatever you're going to do. You can homebrew some things, or you can bring in different elements from other games. No problem there. The game is meant to be customized. It is not offensive to me that you tell me that you're homebrewing something. So that's the whole point of On Base Baseball, is for you to take that simple little game that I made and either just play it like it is, or to bring in some homebrew rules. I'll continue, like I said, working on this. I feel like everything is in a pretty good spot, actually. We have our our timer here based off of 50 possessions. Everything feels right as far as the scoring is concerned. This feels like scoring from today. And we have a couple of TV timeouts here, and that's if the game is flowing and you want to bring in substitutions. And the game is just kind of continuing forward, back and forth. The TV timeouts are there just to stop the action, so you can bring in players and substitute players. Like I said, I think this would be a kind of a cool game where you could play with another person, where you kind of go back and forth. So head to head, I think it would be really cool, because you can each do your own individual substitution strategies and trying to get the right players the ball and stuff like that. So I think it would be a fun game to be able to do head to head, but it also plays out really well if you're doing just solo play. If you don't want to choose and you want these to sort of be automatically chosen, that's what these black squares are for. So you would roll all of your dice, and then you would just let the die decide which offense you're going to run. So if you don't want to pick specific plays, you can see here that I was picking plays here, but it was a little bit more, you know, I was choosing between 3 or 4 or 5 plays. But here I was definitely going with one particular offense the entire game. And so if you want to keep hammering that home and you want to get those guys the ball at particular times in the game, or you feel it slipping away and you need more threes, and, you know, whatever it is, you can actually choose the type of offense based off of what you need for the game. Or maybe you just want to attack the team. And I'm going to put defense in here as well. So because I've got everything pushed to the bottom, everything good is on the bottom, everything bad for the offensive players on the top. Now when I do defense, I can add and subtract. And so if the defender is not good, you would add. So instead of a 4, it becomes a 5. And so instead of a shooting foul, he has a dunk. And if the player was good and was a minus defender, then instead of a dunk, it would be a shooting foul. And then, you know, maybe there's a little bit less chance for them to be able to make that play. So it allows a little bit of a chance to cause some disruption in the game, and to cause you to put in particular players for defense or whatever. So that is the game, and click the thumbs up button if you like this video. That helps the video out. And if not, we'll see you in the next one. I think that's it from here. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you again next time.